All right, 8th graders, we're ready for lesson 91. This is kind of a groundbreaking lesson, and so need you to track with me here. It's not too bad, really. The worksheet that I passed out will probably require my help, and so we may do a Zoom or some kind of a where we can see each other and I can talk to you or something like that. I'm not sure yet what we're going to do, but I'll let you know. All right, so lesson 91, terms and adding like terms. We use the term in algebra to describe a part of a larger expression. The following expression has 5 distinct parts. We say that each of the parts is a term. And so each one of those parts that is separated by a positive or negative sign would be a term. And so the first term is 4, the second term is 6 over 2, the third term is 4x, the next term is 3 multiplied by x plus 2 in parentheses, and so on. If a term, from this we see that terms can be made up of a single symbol, symbols multiplied, or symbols divided. If a term has a number in front, we call the number the coefficient of the term. The coefficient of all 3 terms in the following expression is 5. And so if I have 5xym plus 5 squared plus 5xm over y, 5xm over y, then these are all I'm sorry, they're not like terms. The coefficient is 5 in each one. Right. To see if these are 4xy and 6yx are like terms, we consider only the letters. And one thing I would like for you to, if it's handy, well, let's leave this for now. I want to refer you to the Math 8 handout, but we're going to probably use this, we will use it when we get to solving problems, but maybe kind of track with me there along with the handout. And so to see if those are like terms, right? To see if they're like terms, then we consider only the letters. And I really want you to ingrain that in your memory, ingrain that in your mind, only the letters. And so if we have 4xy and 6yx, oops. To see if they're like terms, what I would do, if it makes it easier for you, again, this is a y, not a 4, is to write it in alphabetical order. And so 6xy. And so if the letters are exactly the same, that means exponents, everything must be exactly the same. Then we have like terms. And so these 2 terms here are like because the letters xy and xy are in both of them. And so let's go on to 91b1. The question is, are 2xy squared and 3y squared x 7 yxy, are these like terms? Okay, so let's arrange them all in alphabetical order. So 2xy squared, 3xy squared, and then over here we have x, and then y times y is y squared. And so are my letters exactly the same? So xy squared, xy squared, xy squared. Yes, those are all like terms. And so the next part here on page 221, 91C then says that to add like terms, then I first identify the like terms, okay? Once I have identified the like terms, then I can add them But when I add the terms, then I only add the coefficients, okay? So it's kind of a two-step process. To determine if they're like, I look at the letters. To add them, then I look at the numbers. Now, this should be some in your memory because we've worked with these a lot, but not to this extent. But we have seen them on quizzes. I say a lot. We have seen them on quizzes and so forth. So the way I do this, I would go 2 plus 3 is 5 plus 7 is 12. And then I simply take my letters, which are identical, right? And I put it behind that number, and that's my answer. All right. So let's go to 91C1. So 4x plus 3 plus 6x plus 4 plus 2xy plus 4 plus 2xy plus 3yx plus 2. Okay, so this is really cool. So let's figure out what our like terms are here. Again, I would probably go in alphabetical order. Again, that's not a hard and fast rule. I would just say that probably it might be a little bit easier way to do it or more efficient way to do it. It's up to you. And so the letters here that are used, I see an X and I see a Y. And so let's just go with, let's just choose the X's. And so let's look at all the terms that are like, but they would just have an X. And so I have this one, and this one, and that's it. And so I have 4x plus 6x, what's that? So those are like terms, the letters are exactly the same. And so I have 4 plus 6 is 10x, okay? And so I'm going to get rid of those for now. All right, so I have back here, I have a 2xy, and so 2xy plus 3xy. Those are also like terms because the letters are exactly the same. All right, so 2 plus 3 is 5xy. And I can erase those. Okay, so what's left? I have a 3, positive 4 is 7, plus 2 is 9. And that's my solution. And so we have now added the like terms that were given to us, and we cannot take this any further. These two are not like terms. These two are not like terms. These two are not like terms, and so we're done. So 10x, they have a little bit different order, that's okay. Plus 5xy plus 9 is my answer. Okay? Let's do one more. So 4, and this is 91C2, 4 plus 3x squared plus 2x plus 4x plus 7 plus 3x plus 7 plus 3x. Okay, let's go to your Math 8 handout, and I want you to follow the procedures there for lesson 91. So, when you are given a bunch of terms separated by plus signs and asked to simplify them, then do the following. Arrange the variables within each term in alphabetical order. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm just going to take this step by step. So 3x squared, and here this would be 2x squared, because x times x is x squared, plus 4x plus 7 plus 3x. Okay? Choose one term and then combine all like terms with that term. And so it doesn't really matter which one we choose. Again, try to go in alphabetical order. I think it makes it a little bit easier, but that's up to you. All right, so what are the like terms here? Let's go with x squared. So I see this term, and that's it. And so 3 plus 2 is 5, x squared. And so these are done, so I can cross those out. And then I have a 4x plus 3x, which would be a 7x. And then those are done. And then a 4 and a 7 would be an 11. So let's check that. 5x squared plus 7x plus 11. This is my answer. I cannot take this any further because these two are not like terms. These two are not like terms. And so that's as far as I can take it. And so that is my answer. And so if you continue to follow the steps there, choose one term, combine all the like terms with that term. Remember that combining terms means adding the coefficients only and keeping the variables as they are. Once you're done with that term, repeat until you're done. Remember that terms have all letters exactly the same. Exactly the same. And so I think I'm going to conclude with that because I don't want this video to get too large. And I will be in touch about the practice sheet. Don't worry about that for now. But let's make sure you understand the basics of Lesson 91. And then we'll go from there. Again, if you have any questions, call me, text me, whatever, and I will help you. But make sure that you understand the basics of this. Let's not try to do the practice sheet for now. Okay, good luck.